as you can see, the tide's coming in pretty quickly. I haven't really come down here to hunt. I've come down just to make sure that all the 3 coils that I want to use on this machine work. You know, and they're not unstable, or they might have to be ground balanced by going in to the machine. But I don't think it's going to be the case. So yeah, I'm just going to have a quick swing, make sure that it's stable, maybe dig the odd thing, and then I'm going to go home. It's iron. Hear it breaking up? Sometimes you can pick up the odd coin here. Like I said, I haven't got much foreshore to work with. That's junk. Breaking up. Let's dig it anyway. I'm just making sure that each coil is doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. Crap. Cool. Junk. Breaking up. Junk. It's a sparky machine, especially with this coil. Junk. Okay, now I'm satisfied that this is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm going to put the 4-inch on now. So I got the small coil, I've got my sensitivity on 3. Seems to be stable. This is good. So large junk. Trash man. A lot of machines get chatty on this kind of sand, but this doing fine. Machines hate the flat, but look, with this small 4-inch coil, I've only got the disc between, it's just a fraction on 2. That's crazy. This is stable enough for me. hot rocks. Okay, so this is pretty unstable, this coil. Okay, so the conclusion after using all three coils, 100% usable. This one, obviously, it's the stock coil, the machine would have been ground balanced to it. That's awesome. Unfortunately, that is forcing. Not loads, but enough to warrant not using it at the end of the day, you know. Even though on above ground tests that kind of displayed a fraction better performance, in real world hunting I don't necessarily believe it will add a huge advantage to what the above ground demonstrations were showing. And don't get me wrong, it's you can swing it, it's usable, but it's not as stable as this. And this is awesome. That's as stable as hell. And as we know from recent videos, I've been using that a lot. So yeah, that kicks butt, this kick butt, that a little bit too lively. Better go, because when I turn around, I got the river here looming. But yeah, this wasn't really a hunting session, this was really just seeing what coils work and what don't. Okay, so it's a little bit disappointing that the Tesoro branded 7-inch concentric coil was relatively unstable to the point where I wouldn't really want to use it. Stock coil, perfect. This was perfect as well. But the thing that's so awesome about this coil is that it discriminates out the larger iron so much better than the larger concentric coils or wide scan coils. Now I've got the discrimination on the mark between 2 and 3, which is where I've had it on the previous demonstrations, where I had it down on the river when I was just kind of experimenting. So on 2 and 3, so coke, I've got a bit of coke here, but nothing. I got my silver coin there underneath my chunky nail, got a large piece here, look. That is on a discrimination of pretty much the line in between 2 and 3. It's clearly telling you it's iron. Clearly. You might get a heavy non-ferrous hit, but look, that's almost an out of phase signal, because it's not locking onto it in the center of the coil. And then the flat that all detectors love, but again, drag back, that's telling you it's iron. Killer. Remove it. nothing. So one last thing I wanted to show, and this principle works pretty much with all of my metal detectors. You know, buying Nexus and using Nexus, I became very aware, obviously, of ground balance and coil height. And it's, how can I explain it? If you're scrubbing the floor, are you allowing your machine to do what it's supposed to do? Or is there sort of like, in the same way that you find the ideal swing speed for each machine that you have, because there's always a swing speed which allows it to work properly, is there a coil height? Now look, so I got that nail on that silver coin. Now when you actually look at what I'm doing, I'm right on top of it. And you can turn around and go, yeah, that's not bad. But when you lift the coil, it allows the machine to do what it's supposed to do. Lower the coil, it's confusing the issue. Finding that perfect balance allows the machine to do what it's supposed to do. And that's why when I use any of my metal detectors, I'm never scrubbing the deck. With the Outlaw that you ground balance, the Lobo, the Eldorado, all those machines, where you ground balance the machine is where I will swing. So the coil height that you ground balance the machine at is where I swing at. And I just think it allows the detector to do its job correctly. Now the reason that you can scrub the ground with the digital machines is because they're filtered to fuck. They got so many filters on them before you even do anything, and that's why they have limited depth and terrible discrimination at depth. So yeah, you can scrub the deck, but it's hindering performance.